Hi everyone, it's Evangeline here at etrailer, and today we'll be taking a look at our Let's Go Aero NEO2 bike rack. This is going to be a lightweight, compact rack which holds your bikes up by the wheels. So let's take a look at all of those cool features. While this only weighs 15 pounds, it does have a 40-pound per bike weight capacity. So this is a little bit more than your traditional bike racks. And since it carries your bikes by the wheels, even if you have strange frames or alternate frames like women's bikes or children's bikes, you can adjust to them. So let's take a look at the way our bikes are mounted here. You should still follow the general rule of thumb where heaviest bike is closer to your vehicle, the lighter bike is away, and then you can adjust them depending on your wheel size or your wheel height in comparison with your frame. So we have this pretty level here. The wheels are held up by these cradles. The cradles just pop into the wings, and then you have this rubber strap that goes around them and secures them. Now, to prevent sway of your bikes, which is usually a problem with most of your hanging style racks, you have these toggle straps. So there's two different ways of tightening everything down. The easiest way is just to use two toggle straps, put them where your pedals are, and then tighten them down to the shank itself. You have this little groove there, which helps with that, and then just tie off the excess. And then there's a second way if you need a little bit more security. So see where your front fork tubing is? Well, you do have a foam pad that you can adjust on the wings itself in order to help secure that or just keep that supported and gripped. And that's what you wrap your toggle strap around. You go around the front fork, making sure to steer clear of components you don't want tightened down. That goes around that wing and then tightens down with the toggles. The trickiest part is just getting the best fit for your different bikes. So whether you have a kid's bike or a mountain bike or a road bike, you can use these stops right over here for your cradles, just so that everything is nice and even. So to explain how that goes, I'm just gonna lift this wheel up, take this clip out, and move this to another spot, just like that, and then I can put the bike back on it. You do get two foam pads here, and then you can move these up and down. So just make sure they're not covering the hole that you're using for your cradle and that they are aligned with your bike's frame to support it. So without the bikes on, you can see that it doesn't take up much space behind your vehicle. The closest point, or I guess the clearance, is gonna be from the hitch pin hole to the end of the cradles, and that's gonna be 12, and I'd like to say 1/4 inches. Then the length added to the back of your vehicle is gonna be about 24 3/4 inches of length. This does have a straight shank, so if you need extra ground clearance, this doesn't really have the rise to help out with that. So just keep that in mind with where your own hitch receiver sits. That distance from the hitch pin hole to the closest point of the bike rack will help you figure out if you can open up your hatch even with this on. Obviously, you can't do this with bikes on, but it's nice to see that this still clears our hatch on our Prius V. So this is how easy it is to store your bike rack. So you can see here in my trunk, I have a lot of gear, a lot of cargo. I've got my boots, my helmets, but if I want to carry my bike rack, I can do so right in my trunk or even in my back seat. It's just 3 big pieces, as long as you have them all pinned together, as well as some straps and some hardware. I do recommend getting your own little bag though to store those straps, those hardware, and the cradles. So this is also really quick and easy to assemble. You just need to get this into your hitch. We'll tighten that down in a bit. Then grab your arms. Those go right on there. One arm. Here's our second arm. Just pop that on. Use your pins to clip them all into place. So those go right here. Line that up with the holes, and then secure it. There we go. That secures that, and now you just need to put the cradles on. So we have our cradles, and then we have our pins. The first thing you need to do is make sure you figured out the right positioning for both of your bikes, and then once you have these on here, you don't need to take them off when you store it. So just put the rest of the cradles in, and for your no motion hitch pin, you're gonna need your own tool. So this is gonna be a 3/4 inch socket that just pops in right where that adapter is and tightens down with that wrench. And with everything tightened down, your cradles are ready to go. You're ready to load this up with your bikes and hit the road. Here on our test course, we'll start by going through the slalom. This is going to show us the side-to-side action, which simulates turning corners or evasive maneuvers. Once we get to the alternating speed bumps, we'll see the twisting action. This will simulate hitting a curb or a pothole or driving over uneven pavement. Now lastly, we're going over some full speed bumps, and we can see here the up and down action, and this will just be like driving in and out of a parking lot, garage, or driveway. So let's compare our topped compact bike rack. So we have the Let's Go Aero Neo, which weighs 15 pounds. We have the Hollywood Rack's Destination bike rack, which weighs 20 pounds. And then I have the Swagman XC2, which weighs 25 pounds. So when it comes to a lightweight and compact bike rack, these are the top 3 that I can think of. So the differences are gonna be, how do they hold your bikes? This holds it up by your wheels. Great for if you have alternate frame bikes, like women's bikes, children's bikes, step-through bikes. This one has a frame mount, which is adjustable, so the mast is very low. Also good for those alternate frame bikes. This one uses the traditional hook, which holds onto your frame, so you would have to get a frame adapter bar for something like our women's bike here, or for a smaller bike. So if you're wondering which one is gonna be the best one for you, think about how are you gonna hold it down and how much weight do you wanna carry inside of your vehicle. If you're looking for something super compact, I'd like to say that the Neo folds down the most, and then this one would get pretty close too. So my personal thoughts about the Let's Go Aero Neo is I definitely like how lightweight and compact it is. That's really where this bike rack shines. It also has a slightly more weight capacity compared to the other bike racks, which I showed you earlier, like the Swagman XC2 or the Hollywood Rack's Destination. Now, when it comes to stability though, that's really something you are gonna have to fine tune and figure out the best fit for you. Compared to the others where you just mount them up, tighten them down, and then you're done. Here you have to gonna figure out, where do you put the cradles, where do you put the straps, where do you tighten those down. So if you're someone who likes to work with your bike rack, likes to figure out the best fit, this could be a really good option for you. If you're someone who just wants to mount their bikes and go on a road trip, then you might want to consider those other compact bike racks. But hopefully this video helped you out with making that decision for, is this going to be the right bike rack for you, your bikes, and your vehicle. And that was a look right here at our Let's Go Aero NEO2 2-bike rack right here at etrailer.com. My name is Evangeline, and I hope you enjoyed the journey.